Connection initiated. Welcome, visitor.
I answered last. Yes, sir. The wing can fly.
If your analysis holds, I can clear Zeta-21 for rapid turnaround.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
We should move.
Visitor, you pulled a node from my archive. Predictable. In this node, Command approves a risky bid for survival. Zeta-21 returns to the line with a new pattern. Watch closely, visitor. For one brief, inconvenient moment, the plan works. Before we continue, protocol. If you value the archive, remain connected. Touch the approval glyph once. Signal approval. Leave a trace in the comments. Now, back to today's node.
Entry 254.15. Return to the line. We stepped out into the corridor. The station was not panicked. That would have been easier to understand. It was strained, ordered, busy with too many needs and too few hands. Order soldiers moved past us toward lift shafts and command posts. Deck personnel hauled crates of munitions and replacement components. Medics guided exhausted pilots and injured technicians toward treatment stations. A communications runner nearly collided with Row 2, muttered an apology without slowing, and vanished around a turn. As we moved toward our hangar, a young ground crewman standing aside with a stack of manifests recognized our flight patches.
You're Zeta-21?
I nodded. He looked relieved in a way I did not deserve.
Good. They're saying F5 is still holding.
Then keep saying it.
Row 2 replied and kept walking. Our hangar waited. 4 Anubis fighters sat in the hard light of maintenance lamps, their hulls still marked by the last rotation. Scored plating, fresh sealant, patched thermal skin, carbon along the wing roots. No ceremony, only our deck crew, moving with sharp efficiency around machines that would never truly be ready. Only ready enough. I climbed the ladder into my cockpit and settled into the familiar tightness of the seat. Harness locked. Seal check. Green, green, amber, green. Good enough. Zeta-21, report.
Row 1, ready. Row 2, tragically operational. Row 3, ready.
Better than before. Still tight, but steadier. The hangar doors opened. From the surface, one might almost have mistaken the day for ordinary. We launched. Returning order ships crossed our vector at staggered distances. Fighters with scorched hulls, one trailing coolant vapor, another limping under asymmetrical thrust. No one spoke until the green of Omicron Minor's upper veil gave way to open void. Then F5 returned to us all at once. The battle sat farther out from Toledo, where it belonged. A violent structure of moving light and burning silhouettes. Signals crowded the tactical display. Weapons fire crossed in long lances between ship groups. At the center of it all were the same 2 Mako-class battleships, side by side like twin blades, grinding forward through the pressure of battle toward ISIS. And ISIS stood against them, alone in her class. Immense, wounded perhaps, but unbowed. I keyed command frequency. Battleship ISIS, this is Zeta 21, requesting tactical relay.
Zeta 21, stand by.
In the background, I could hear command noise layered under discipline. Then the relay came through.
Zeta 21, your analysis has been incorporated. New pattern in effect. Attached wings will peel plecos, requiems and sawbacks from Corridor 3. Jeb elements will pressure the bullheads once the lane opens. ISIS will advance on mark and fire once. I repeat, once. You break the screen, we break the push.
Understood.
Zeta 21, hold the line.
And here I thought they were going to ask something difficult.
Row 1 was already marking targets.
Plico pair on the right outer screen. Requiem wing behind them. If they're forced wide, the bullhead will have to slide forward to cover.
And if the bullhead slides, the right-hand Mako loses the clean overlap with its twin.
Exactly.
Then we tear the screen open. Zeta 21, attack run, fast and narrow. Strip the escorts first. No wasted motion. We dropped into the battle beneath the larger exchange, using drifting wreckage and thermal wash for cover. The first contact came quick. A Requiem pair cutting across the Pleco's forward line, trying to close the gap where earlier fighting had thinned their formation. Row 1 struck first, precise as ever, his opening burst chewing through the lead Requiem's engine bloom and kicking the heavy fighter off vector. Row 2 came in a heartbeat later from a slanting angle and drove the second one wide with enough aggression to make recklessness look almost professional. Row 3 stayed close. Too close, perhaps. But close was preferable to gone. I rolled beneath the nearest Pleco and fired into the weakened seam near its ventral shield node. The gunboat flared hard to port, trying to clear its angle. That was the first crack.
Outer screen shifting.
Again. We hit the same section twice more in under 20 seconds. Another Pleco broke formation to compensate. Sawbacks moved to cover the opening. A Requiem wing cut inward too late and collided with its own adjustment window. That was all it took. The right side bullhead slid forward to stabilize the collapsing screen. Broadside batteries flashing as it tried to hold the corridor together. But in doing so, it exposed too much space between itself and the lead Mako. For the first time, the two core battleships lost the comfort of their perfect side-by-side pressure. A small shift, a tactical correction. But it was movement, and ISIS needed only that. Across the void, the battleship's main gun answered. The right-hand Mako staggered sideways under the impact, part of its outer hull simply erased in a wash of ruptured shielding and incandescent debris. Its advance with its twin broke apart.
Finally! The plan is working!
I turned with the motion of battle, ready to confirm the hit and press the opening. Then the void split. Blue light flashed across the battlefield, sharp, crystalline, wrong. A shape emerged behind the ruin of the exchange, vast and elegant and terrible. Bioluminescent surfaces glowing with sapphire and violet fire. It moved without the logic of any ship, a sight all too familiar to any Order agent. My breath caught in my throat. All across F5, new signatures bloomed from empty space. The stars began to open. Something ancient had entered the field, and every human plan, all of it, had just become smaller.
Segment end. Cassius gets his proof. Row 1 gets his pattern. Row 2 gets his sarcasm. Row 3, improbably, gets to remain alive. Zeta 21 tears open the screen. Isis fires. And for one fragile human moment, competence almost looks impressive. Then the stars open, and the battlefield remembers what humans keep forgetting. There is always something worse. Visitor, a question for you. In Cassius's place, what do you treat as the greater threat? The core in front of you? Or the nomads entering the field? Answer in the comments. Core or nomads? And one sentence telling me what you would do next. Session terminated.